Right, I had all the 5th and 6th class kids in Lismullen and St Stephen's. We were supposed to be having some PE together in this past month and the month going forward, but unfortunately we can't, so we're going to do some virtual sessions together. So I'm going to record a different session each week and send it out for you to practice throughout the week. It'll be about 10-20 minutes, same as the class we would have had together in school, but you can keep practicing it throughout the week. So we're going to work a little bit on handling today, so we're going to get our warm-up done first. We're going to incorporate some of the handling into the warm-up just to get our hands good and ready for the session that we're going to do. So I'm filming this outside so that we have plenty of room to show you what to do, but if you can't get outside, if you don't have a big outside space to get to and you're doing it inside, that's perfectly fine. I've got a little area marked out here, as you can see, just to remind myself of those of you that might be doing the activities inside. We're going to do our warm-up inside that square and some of the activities. If you can, get outside. Not all the activities can be done in a small area, but I will, where I can, give you some ideas of how you can do them inside of a small area. So you don't have to map this area out, that's just to keep me right. So guys, now that we have our hands well warmed up, we're going to do some kicking against the wall or the fence. So remember, it's not about kicking it high, you're only trying to hit it at your own head height, but you're trying to hit it really hard. So as soon as it hits the wall, it comes back a little bit higher. It may also go side to side as well, so it's a really good game for working on your reactions as well as your jumping and your just your overall handling. It does also work on your kicking, so make sure you're switching between your left and right foot as well. If you do struggle with this, guys, with your kicking, just keep practicing your kicking. Keep trying to get it at head height against the wall off your left and right, and then go back to throwing against the wall to practice your catching. Once your kicking comes along, you'll be able to do the 2 and the 1, no bother at all. Next one we're going to do, guys, is we're going to kick it high against the wall, so we're going to use the hook kick for that if you can. If you can't use a hook kick, that's fine, just kick it higher with the punt kick, but we're going to kick it high against the wall, and because it's hook kick, it's not going to come back off the wall as hard, so you're going to have to run in and time your jump and catch it. Let's see how we get on. So guys, as you can see from that one and a few that I missed, you have to read the path of the ball and react to it, as well as timing your jump as well. So it's a really good activity, keeps you moving as well, so a day like this you definitely don't have an issue with being cold. So keep practicing that one, and remember, off left and right as well, and read the ball. It's the most important thing. The very last one we're going to do is just to work on a max jump, so we're just going to kick it as high as we can into the air. Again, if you're not comfortable kicking it, throw it up as high as you can in the air, or get somebody else to kick it, or throw it up as high as you can in the air. And we're trying to get up with our knee to protect ourselves and to max our jump. And remember, it's always about eye on the ball. Most important thing, eye on the ball, hands in the W for Walterstown. The last thing we're going to do today, guys, is a little bit of a fun challenge, a little bit of a silly challenge, but also it is still working on some skills that we need for the game. So for this one, you're going to need 2 balls. We're going to do something called the Ball of Conquest. We normally do this with the toe tap or the solo. This time we're going to do it bouncing, because we're working a little bit on handling today. So first one you're going to do, you're going to try and bounce the 2 footballs at the same time. So you're going to try and bounce them at the same time like that. The second one you're going to do a wee bit harder. You're going to be bouncing them alternately. So you might start with your right hand bounce and left hand, but you cannot catch in between. So let's see how we get on with the challenge. As you can see, guys, second one is a good bit harder. You have to try and keep your eye on both the moving footballs, on both your hands moving at different times. So see how you get on, challenge everybody in your household, and get your videos back in us to see how you get on. That's us for this week, guys. Listen, get out each day you can into the fresh air, if you can, and try all those little activities you can. It's best to get outside and try those as much as you can every day, and I'll see you again next week.